Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Zenzi Sewa, and with my guest today is here. Her name is Grace Najean, and she is the founder of Soulfluence. She is a coach and she is a leader in self leadership. But she's going to explain more about herself. And as usual, it's her journey from her youth, whatever, and how she connected to her spirituality, the things she went through, and how she evolved to be the person she is today. So, without much ado, I was going to say good afternoon, Grace, but all my guests come from all over the world, and I know where you are. It's morning, and where are you based at the moment?
Oh, so I'm in Perth. It's not morning. It's 8:30 in the evening. So it's a
Oh,
PM, 8:30 p.m. So I'm ahead of your time, I think.
oh
Yeah.
my God, yes. And that's why when I went in the timing, I saw Perth, Australia for 20 something. Oh, that's different, isn't it? And of course, yes, because we've gone into the 24-hour clock. So yes, you are ahead of me because I'm here in London and it's 1:42. So it should be about 8:42 in your time, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. Correct. Right. Yes.
Okay, so good evening. And how are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Genji. I'm so excited to spend time with you a little bit, speaking about our favorite topics together. And hopefully, people will enjoy that too. And
Yeah.
I'm very honored, being your guest today. And then thank you so much again.
Not at all. I'm honored to have you. So let's hear your story of your life and how your life led you to your spirituality and to
Mhm.
what you're doing today. So please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So I was born in Korea, Seoul, capital city, and only child. Yeah. Um, I was born in a Catholic family. So my grandfather, granddad was a pioneer of Catholic culture in Korea almost. So I was born in that culture. Then, but because we are in Korea, the cultural background is a Buddhism as well
Yes.
and a Confucianism. So I was faced to multiple different religion or philosophical, sense of that spirituality. Yeah.
Yes.
So I remember my mom was a writer. When I was 3 and 4, very young, she used to go to a retreat in a temple and stayed there 2 weeks, like writing her books or something. And because I was so young, usually it's men's the temple. So
Mhm.
usually woman can't get access to the temple inside, right? But
Okay.
because I was so young, all the monks was hanging around me. They brought me in. And I didn't have any clue, but at 5 in the morning I was wake up and and all that. So here you go. So I was Catholic though. I was there, and then I was even Christian church one day because of my friends were there. So again, now I look back, I was a faced and experienced that multiple different spirituality community, right? Then life goes on. I didn't know. I was a professional pianist for 15 years. So I played the piano since age of 4,
Oh,
3 to 6 hours every day. I mean,
God,
every day.
you're a
And
prodigy.
yes, and when if there was a competition, I think in one stage I did it 8, 9 hours. That's a huge. How can I say?
Precious.
Um, Pressure at the same time, but I think that accelerated me kind of that mindset, the
Yeah.
focus. I felt very mature even young age
Dis-
because of that
Discipline.
experience. Yes.
Mm.
So then I went to Paris to study and then continue piano, but for two reasons I couldn't continue my piano. One, my dad had a brain stroke. So he
Oh,
was paralyzed for 7 years. So financially, he couldn't afford,
yes,
my tuitions and all that. And secondly, young, like a 19 years old, young Korean girl, middle of Paris, not speaking any word of French and not knowing anyone, no network, nobody. I couldn't see my future in that. So I gave up piano and I getting into business. So I studied French for 3 years and I studied business. But because already I gave up the piano, my heart, I
yes.
was eager and I was a hunger to
Mm.
succeed at something and do well, right? So I always working and studying at the same time. So guess what? I did all the degrees ever I could. So I did a master degrees, I did an MBA, and I did all this, and I worked like a large corporate in Paris. So can you imagine? Completely right brain, La La Land girl, going into corporate world, like a corporate chick, right? And
Yes,
talking about the business. Oh wow, that was tough. And to the point, my husband was like, "Oh, you are two different personality. When I call you at work, you don't sound like you. You're so cold. You're so a
yes,
different." And I think I pretended to become that left brain person.
yes,
But
yes.
anyway, so that's life how go. And then I did that like a corporate work for 10 years. And then my daughter was born 2003. And I think that's where I started asking myself, what is important in life, right? As a
Mm.
mom. Uh, but anyway, long story short, then we moved into Australia as a family. So that's what my husband and me, we decided to give more priority on family life and a life balance. And then we came to Australia. That's where I started my personal development. So, uh, at the beginning, it was nothing spiritual, nothing like a contribution or anything like that. I was like, somebody told me you'd be so good in coaching.
Mm.
You'd be such a good coach. I can see you, and then you'd be successful. I was like, oh, success. Okay, I'm gonna do that. So that's how I started, right? And I studied for 2 years, but I didn't have any idea. I could coach anyone and everyone. That's how I felt. I didn't have any clue of what was coaching. Um,
Mhm,
Even I studied, right? So I went to see Tony Robbins
mhm,
in Sydney, and
mhm,
being Korean and French, I was not familiar with that culture.
mhm.
So at the beginning, I was like, rah, 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 American, and boom, boom, boom. You see, I was like, oh,
Hyping
here we
into
go.
them. Yeah,
Yeah,
hyping up the energy. Yeah, like a mad thing.
exactly.
Just madly.
I was like, "What? What is this? What I'm doing here?"
Mm,
And then, because I studied coaching, I could see what was behind the scene, why he was doing that.
mhm,
So that helped me really understand what he was doing, what he was trying to do with the people, and I was amazed, seriously. So then, I played full on. And that was a really tipping point of my life. Yeah. I was like, why no one told me about this kind of things, self-love, self-awareness, self-care.
mhm.
So one of the biggest thing I discovered, really, really the breakthrough moment was Tony was asking, oh, hey, what is your top values? You know, and of course, top value came up as a success. And I was like, proud success, right? And then he asked, yeah, what is your rule for that value? So what make you that success? What does it mean for you, that success? And I wrote down, first thing came up was like, make proud my parents. The problem is my parents passed away already 15 years ago, both of them.
Oh, okay.
So my dad died after that, his accident 7 years later. But my mom died 1 month before because she was exhausted taking care of him,
Oh,
paralyzed man. So she passed away first, and then my dad passed away 1 month later. So
oh.
they died in 97, and that was 2012 when the
Mhm.
event. So I was
Yeah,
like, there was a aha moment. I was like, Grace, what are you doing? You are doing chasing success for the people who are not even here to see you.
yeah.
And why are you doing this? Right. And then that was like, okay, now I need to stop this. You know, now I want to live my life. Now I want to have my own voice. That
Yes.
was the moment of this decision. So then I, long story again, but I did all his event, and then 6 months later, somebody invited me. My coach, Tony Robbins, invited me to become Tony Robbins coach. So I worked for Tony, and 8 years of coaching. I did only his client 3,000 hours of coaching at the
Mhm.
8 years, and now altogether I coached 5,000 hours of coaching with my private coach clients altogether. So I'm coaching since 2012, 100 clients, leaders, in the world, around the world, everywhere. So my spiritual journey. Now we start, right?
Mhm.
So one of his event, he was used to work with an Indian spiritual group, which is Oneness University in India. And he said, hey, some of you, like any meditation, you will have a just a relax, feeling, and then, let go. Some of you will have a little bit more. And that was my case. So when we did that, have you heard about the chakras? Are
Yes,
you
of
familiar
course.
with the, yeah, yes.
I've heard
So
about this. Yes.
yes, so they did the chakra meditation. I never did because I was a corporate person. Yeah, so for me, meditation is like I would say after retirement, or
Got
like
nothing else
old
to do.
people, exactly, right? And yoga, that kind of thing is boring. And then I
Dream.
was that type of person, right? And then I
Yeah.
was go person, high achiever. So when he did that, it was first time in my life, seriously. But the sound was so loud, and they asked us to repeat the sound and the colors and all that, and bang, something happened that moment. Uh, 3 years later, I found that there was a heart chakra awakening. So I had the experience of heart chakra awakening that happened, and really the world looks like upside down. Apparently your wire system is changed in that
Yeah.
moment, bang. And after that, 1 week later, I couldn't eat any alive food. But I'm Korean French. I loved meat. I loved wine. I loved all this, good food. I enjoy food. Korean, we love barbecues. Yeah, French, I love meat, fish.
Talk.
And exactly, I eat everything,
Yeah.
seriously. Then suddenly 1 week later, I couldn't eat anything because we went to a party, and then I was like, oh, this is so yucky. Are you sure this is the right food? Something is wrong with you. Yeah? He said, no, 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 everything okay. I tried second one, third one. No. In fact, when I eat, I feel that disgust or the fear of death of
Yes.
animals.
Yes.
So since then, I just cut off. I couldn't eat. Even smells good. If I put my mouth, I can't swallow,
Hmm.
but smells good because I had that memory right
Yes.
before.
Yes.
So when I came back, I said to my husband, "Hey, I think I have a tumor, brain tumor or cancer."
What's what happened?
Seriously, yeah. And I said, if it's a brain tumor or cancer, I'm fine because I'm fighter, I'm high achiever. I can go through this, not a problem. But if it's not tumor or cancer, now I am FFF because I don't know what it is. Seriously. So it took me like a 1 year, and then found out it was one is university. I was part of them. I went to the group regular basis in Perth. I didn't know anything about India, anything about spiritual group, but I was just chanting with them. I didn't even know what was it meaning. To the point that the leader of the group, she went to India every year for 13 years. Every year. And she was not awakened. But someone who doesn't even know chakra, what is chakra, chanting anything about spiritual camp, she said she's awakened. So she was a little bit upset, I think, and she gave me some hard time, really. Um,
Yes.
so, but then this was how it was, right? So, and I just did it for 3 years, and I started truly my spiritual journey. So I did the Vipassana meditation, I did the TM meditation, I did all these, the prana meditations, all the meditation possible. And I started to listen to people like more spiritual people at the same time with the personal development. So that was my whole journey. Recently, 3 years ago, I started the doctor dispenser, Joe
Okay.
Doctor Dispenser
Oh,
work.
dispenser. Yes, Joe is lovely.
Yeah. So I started because my daughter is tennis player. So we traveled around the world. So we had to leave Perth, and the 3 years we traveled around the world. So my husband was by himself, and we were living in an Airbnb hotel, so friend's house, and then all these things. Then I was listening to his podcast, or the courses and book. I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this. So I started his meditation 2nd of August 2021. Since then, I didn't miss one day.
Mm.
Every day meditation. And I think that gave me really the, how can I say, the connection and access to the higher consciousness. And I start to see what I couldn't see. I see, I don't know if it makes a sense, but I see the truth.
Yes.
I downloaded the things,
Yes,
all the my
I do.
Soulfluence 777, all my products. That's it that downloaded during the meditation.
Okay.
Um, and I have a privilege to have that, how can I say, anti-aging, even not anti-aging, reverse aging,
Okay.
because I'm 56 now.
Okay.
And last year when I did my test, biology test,
Pick up. Yes.
I came up, so I was a 55, and my goal was, because my daughter is 21 now.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go back to, because she's in US now, studying in US. I was like, okay, now this is my time. I need to do for myself. I really want to go back 20 years ago when I was not pregnant and
Yes.
having that health condition
Mhm.
and start again. So
Yes.
how it could be amazing if I can go back 20 years ago, but with this experience, 20 years experience
Mhm.
plus, but
Yes.
body condition of
Yes.
20 years ago, right? So that was my wish. And I made a wish, manifestation, whatever we
Yes.
call. I made that wish. And I was like, that was my goal 2025. And December 2024, I changed the gym and I did a test. Guess what? It came up 33 years old, metabolic age.
Oh my gosh. Well done.
Myself, I was so surprised. And then, I talked to some clients because I told them, this is my goal next year. And then I said, guess what? Guess what? And it was,
It.
they were like, that was great.
And they'll say, "How did you do that?"
Yeah, indeed. They asked me. So, but I gave them all those things, In fact, I realized it was not only one thing. That's what something I started to do with Tony Robbins, because he focused so much in health. So I did a lot of things, ongoing. And meditation definitely helped.
Yes.
How can I say, anti-aging
Yes.
or rejuvenation, whatever we call. For me, I have a feeling like I reverse age seriously, because I see all my friends, getting aged. And I see them, and
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, sometimes I feel strange. Anyway, so that's all benefits of meditation, spiritual work I've done. It's a, bonus things, yeah. But
Let me stop you there at a moment before you go on. What I find interesting, and I'd like you to talk about, when you said that when you been downloaded, you can see the truth, and your age has gone back. I take it your age has gone back in the sense, and looking at your friends, energetically you feel like a 30-year-old, where your friends who are now 55, 60, 56, you can see how they're moving, and that I can understand. um, but what I'm going to say to you, what about when you said that you can see the truth? Because I have a few friends who said the same thing. In what way, and I'd like you to speak a bit more, do you see, since having this spiritual awakening, do you see the truth?
how I know I see the truth, is it a
Yes.
question?
Yes.
Um, how I see the truth. I see the things how they are exactly. And there are things I didn't even learn, but I just know.
Mm.
I just know it.
Okay.
And the truth for me is when you can see truly who you are.
Hmm.
Because in fact, for me, you are God, you are universe, right? And
Yes.
universe is you.
Yes.
So therefore, if you see through yourself, that's how you see truth. Because
Okay.
your truth is the on your truth. Because
Yes.
nothing else truth, right?
Yes.
Because your truth is your truth, right? And
Yes.
my truth is my truth. So if I can see who I am, if I can see clearly why I'm here, why I'm doing this, and I am authentic with myself,
So, hmm.
and I'm not biased by the thoughts or conditioning or what you call matrix, yeah, all these things. It
Yeah.
took me 3 years to get out. Still, I'm still working. It's not,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
It's a,
of
it doesn't
everyone.
happen. You become aware, then from that you have to start
Yes,
working to peel
yes,
away the different layers and see. And it's a constantly reminding yourself,
absolutely.
because sometimes you can fall back into that way of thinking, and then you have to catch yourself and say, no, 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 that's not the way, because of the
Uh,
matrix of the situation we're in.
exactly. So before there was a catching up. Now I have the duality. Yesterday, because I had something quite like a serious thing, I had to deal with, and my body was stressed. I couldn't sleep, but my soul was so in peace. I was like, I was talking to my body. Why are you worrying about this? You don't need to worry about, right? But I could see in parallel my body, but I could like observe as a detached. So
Yeah,
my body was stressed, couldn't sleep, but I didn't worry about it because I knew that's okay. And I
yeah.
was talking to my body, it's okay, go sleep. Everything will be
Relax.
fine. Yes, that's right. But my body was reacting. And I was like, okay, what should I do? So I didn't sleep till 1 a.m. But I was almost like talking to my body, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, you
Yeah.
know. And I had the absolute face, everything gonna be okay. I don't need to worry. But it's so funny. My body was so conditioned.
Yes,
My body was reacting.
yes. It's it's
Um,
it's splitting that duality, because your body is still reacting from your thought pattern, your brain, which holds this picture, but your spiritual, your soul, which is separate, is saying, no, it's not this, it's this. And
absolutely.
the truth as it is, where your body, your mind is still reacting to the reality it's seen and sending that message to your body. Where, and I call that soul your superconscious mind. Your superconscious mind is that which is connected directly to the creator and all that there is, and it holds the record of who you really are and what you're all about. And when you can connect to that and you start working through your superconscious mind, it then will filter down into your brain, and it will reset your brain. A lot of people work on the brain, and I say to people, connect to your superconscious, because it holds all who you really are. And I think that's what's happened when people say soul. It's that other part that knows, and that is the one you have to lock into to reprogram this one. And then you're constant talking to your body saying, no, go to sleep, because the brain is still saying to it, oh, this has happened before, and this is what's going to happen. No, 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 no. You're in control in another element now.
That's right. So you absolutely spot on. That's it. That's the truth. When
Yeah.
you have that moment,
Yeah.
I found that this is my truth. So now I'm connected with my truth.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm not worried about the 3D world, or I'm not worried about this matrix. I'm not worried about my body is still.
Yes.
But
Because it's
you
still
know,
connected and connected and conditioned to that. And as you said, it's something that doesn't happen straight away. You become aware, and it's a constant daily working on it to reprogram it and to have that different out,
so
because we are capable of.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be here. Someone understand what I'm saying. Because if I say this to some of my friends, they're going to say, she's weird. She's
Yeah. I know. And this is what all my guests are, majority of my guests are saying to me, it's so nice to be able to talk about it, or to talk to somebody who understands. And I'm saying, yeah, I understand. It's called superconscious mind. Da-da-da-da, this is that go. Da-da-da-da. And it is a relief, because people think you get this and then you're okay. Well, you are and you're not, because you're still in the matrix, and you still have to maneuver through everything and still work on this to strengthen that muscle all the time, because you're still working through the matrix, and you have now got to reprogram it and to get through that. And this is the job that you're doing in your life with your coaching. But people don't realize it's a daily thing. It's a daily thing with us. We have to keep on.
so that's some scary thing, because now more and more people, like, how to say, I can't put really number on it, but roughly like 80%, 90% people, they don't even know or see the differences. They, for them, this is the truth. This is the reality. This is the how life's supposed to be, who they
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
right? They don't even know the, especially, yes, religion is now like, the different connotation or different direction than before, right? But I don't think any religion is bad. It's people who, who, how can I say, transmit this in human way, is wrong, right? Because we are human. We humanized religion, I guess. um so, but at least we had the religions. People had to go to the church every Sunday. They go to the pray at the temple. They had to do all this. So they had a certain obligation, minimum, baseline.
yes,
Now we don't have that. We completely refuse. Some young people come back though, right?
yeah,
So and this now modern society, we don't have a grandma, we don't have aunties who's talking about that, the moral things, or the what is right. So people lost, right?
yes,
But they think that that's reality. That's a reality. The mobile phone is reality. The computer is reality. Netflix is reality. That's how, And when I see even the high level of my clients, corporate leaders or business owners, sometimes it's scary. Uh, how they don't know
yes. I'm
how.
glad, I'm glad you said that, because it is scary. And to my viewers, um, a lot of my guests are like you, are working with clients of different corporate, whatever. Some were corporate and they gave it up because they realized, no, 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 that's not the life they want to live. And it is very scary, because we're living in a time when we are so brainwashed, we are so manipulated by what is shown on the TV and the films to tell us this is who we should be, to show a young lady who looks like a 14-year-old and telling women who go into fashion shows, you should have the figure of this 14-year-old because that's how it's supposed to be. No, she's 14 years old. She's not a woman. She's a child. But
Mhm.
because of the industry, they're now dictating to women how they should be. And that's nonsense. You've got in our corporate field, they're telling you about food and this and that. They give you so much rubbish and so much hype to tell you, eat this, do that. That's how you're supposed to be. And it's not, because it's there to blind us, deafen us, make us not think. But the beings that we are created by the Creator. The Creator created us in his own image. Well, as I said to a client, not a client, to one of my guests yesterday, as a human being, you did not bring forth a dog when you got
Mm.
pregnant and you gave birth, and you didn't bring forth a rat, and you didn't bring forth a horse. You brought forth another human being. Therefore, if you take on that the Creator created us in his own image or her own image, because it's duality, it's male and female, therefore we've also got that power, the DNA. So we are powerful. And we are part of the Creator, and the Creator is part of us. We are infinitesimal. We are everything. We are not our mind. We are not our body. That's not society, but those who will pull the strings want us to believe. But mankind is waking up. We
That's
are
right.
starting to
That's
wake
right.
up and realize we've been lied to. And people like you, me, and so many others are now coming out and speaking about our spiritual journey, about connecting, about who we are, about we have the power to change. Joe Dispenza himself healed himself, but it wasn't just him, it was he and his creator, because we're co-creators. So all these things are getting up. And some of the youth are awakening, but some of the youth are so brainwashed with technology and all the rest, and they feel this is it. And we have to speak up, and we have to do more. We have to speak up and show and bring out that no, but the calling is within everybody. And there is a stirring in humankind, and it's starting to stir, and we are starting to realize this is not right.
It's so funny because the word calling was just in my mind, and then you pronounce it. I was like, oh, wow, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Um, so when I had that heart chakra awakening, the
Mhm.
next day, it was in a big resort, like the golf, resort, and then we had the big conference room. I was walking on the field of golf, and then I had a calling
Mm.
of exactly what I was saying is you are here to support the existence of human being.
Yes.
And I was like, at the time, I couldn't say this for 5 years. No one, no one. Like people are gonna take me like a crazy. And I was like, I can't say that to anyone. And and I start to say it when I meet just few spiritual people, even spiritual people, at that time I was like, but that was my calling. And
Yes.
now I see the truth is there's some superpower, in the universe. This is a time for a human being to
Yes.
awake. Otherwise, it will be end anyway.
Yes.
Like as we've been through many times already on
Yes.
Earth history.
Yes.
So I think this is a time again, and so I was like really wondering why that happened to me. I was wondering why that awakening happened to me because I couldn't understand intellectually.
Mm.
Um, and now I understand because I declared I'm gonna serve human
Yes.
beings as a
Yes.
coach.
Yes.
I didn't mean to it, but when I say that I want to be coach to support other people's,
Mhm.
it was that. So I think that was a gift from the universe for me to
Yes.
have a little bit like easier way to and a better way to support because it's not me seriously. I couldn't be any chance to be here today as I'm serving my clients or people um, if I were someone who I was like 20 years ago.
No.
No chance, no way. So I think, yeah, seriously, I think it was a little bit kind of a
Yes.
fast track to me. Um, so now I accept it. Now I accepted who I am, and then I accept it as a gift. I accept my mission. I accept, why I'm here. And that opens so many mispuzzled life. Why the things happened in my life. It was just so perfectly puzzled, and
Yes.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it,
Mm.
but it was just a beautiful masterpiece.
Yeah.
How our universal. So 2 years ago, I went to temple stay with my daughter, where my mom was writing,
Yes.
and my journey with my daughter at the end. So we went temple, and then I went to the same Buddha, big Buddha. There were three Buddhas, big Buddhas, and I said, "Please tell me what is my next step. Please show me what is my next step." And the answer was, "Huh, let it go." So
I understand that
great,
as well.
yeah, Grace, let it go. I was
I
like,
understand that.
I was not even upset. I was like, okay, let it go. So he said, let it go, let it go. So I just enjoy it.
Do you know why? As spiritual, as spiritual light workers, we always want to be in control. We always want to know what we're doing. And I came to a point where they slammed me against the wall, where nothing was working. And in the end, I had to let it go and leave it to the universe. And at that time, a big stone rolled off my body. I felt it from my head roll away. But what I want to say to you, it's interesting, I just want to clarify, when you started with Tony Robbins, you hadn't started your spiritual journey.
No, but
No.
that's
So
funny.
you started training and doing all this because what I heard was that it was like when you started your spiritual journey, you then really you were doing the coaching because somebody told you you'd be good at it and you thought you could make money and be successful, but really you were doing it, but something was missing. But it was when you had the spiritual that then you said it that you wasn't really a coach, you were doing it, but it wasn't really you. But it wasn't until your spirituality and you realized you were here to serve that you settled and thought, okay, I can do this. And probably then you really started to enjoy it. Am I
Absolutely.
correct?
Absolutely. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I couldn't see it, right? I couldn't see the truth,
Yeah.
right? So to finish my story, that's not the end. The Buddha said, let it go. So for 2, 3 days, I let it go. I enjoyed the nature, chat with the monks and my daughter and then all this. The last day, guess what? He said, okay, such a young age, when I was 4, right? 3, 4 with my mom. Such young age, you came and devoted to the spiritual, to me. I gave you 50 years of life lesson. I gave you everything I could give you. Now this is time you need to do what you're supposed to do. That was it. I was like, wow, that says everything. That says everything. So here I am. Now I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yes. And it's a journey. We all go through it because I understand you absolutely, because you don't realize at the time you're doing this, you're doing that. And like you, I got the same thing. I got when I was in my 30s a voice, and it's from outside, but it's from inside. It's strange when the voice
Mm,
talks to you and it says, you're not here for your family, your friends, your husband, you're here for humankind. And it just came out of the blue, and I just thought, where did that come from? And then again, when I was in my 50s, I got the same thing. You're not here for your husband, you're not here for your family, your mother or anybody, you're here for humankind. And I thought, okay. But it wasn't until after that I understood. I heard it. I heard it. And because I was always spiritually aware, but you live your life, but I didn't really understand it too much later.
Mm.
Too much later.
Mm.
And it then just fits in. You think, okay, what is it I'm here for?
Mm.
I understand you so much. And so now, Grace, you are happy at your coaching.
Yes. So I've been holding me back, saying, "Oh, I'm so good one-to-one relationship," and I really enjoy, by the way, one-to-one support, transformation, and all that. Um, but to the point, that was limiting me, I think, yeah. And I realized if I want to impact more people, I want to
Mhm.
go one to many.
Yeah,
So only one way I can do is stand up and then speak to people, yeah.
yeah,
But guess what? English is my third language. Korean is first language. French is my second language. Third is English, right? So there are so many reasons I'm scared about doing that, right?
I
But
understand that.
yeah,
I
but
understand.
now I'm okay. I'm like, oh, they don't understand me. That's okay. I'm going to put subtitles and then they can read.
Yes, yes, the technology is there to help us now.
Like, yeah,
Things
and
that
then go to the
haven't.
Google
Yeah,
AI, right?
yeah,
But anyway,
you got it. AI.
so I'm doing better. So I'm really I have a mentor, and I'm in a very extensive uh the speaking courses. So my goal next year gonna be 50% coaching and 50% public speaking, the keynote speaking.
Yes.
That's my first goal. Second, so I told you I downloaded, right? So I downloaded one day because I was doing my chakra meditations, and I was like, okay, how I can impact my clients? And they said, do what you are doing now.
Yes.
I was like, okay, how? And I was like, okay, 7 chakras, 7 days. That's it. So I said, I have to do this 7 days retreat and transform body. So that came retreat of 7 days retreat. Yeah. So each day we work on, I bring someone from US. So she is a vocal transformation
Hmm.
coach. So she was trained by shaman from Costa Rica and Peru.
Wow.
So she opens all your energy chakras with a voice. So you
Oh,
own your voice. I
yeah.
did one of her workshops. That's why how we connected. It's amazing. My voice was so loud and uh, long. I was like, "This is me." And one stage we sang, I was like angel voice. People were like, "Grace was so beautiful," and me myself, I was like, "Oh, this is me." It's so beautiful voice. Like, wow, it's an inhuman voice. So that's how we transform their voices. Yeah. So
Yes.
we gonna do that work. So she will do morning workshop and then I will do afternoon workshop, energy work, spirituality and mindset all together.
Mhm.
So I do that 7 days workshop in like a paradise place, Lombok near Bali.
Okay.
Um, so it's Bali. It's just a 30 minutes from Bali, Lombok. So we do that 7 days. And after that, I was like, okay, everybody I know, because I did the Tony Robbins, I did Dr. Dispenza. Yeah.
Mm.
People come back and come back and come back and come back. I'm like, why do they come back so often? You know? And because I talk, I chat with them, yeah.
Yes.
Because they have a transformation, they have a retreat, but because they haven't awakened completely,
Yes. Hmm.
therefore when they go back straight back to who
Their
they
old
were.
self. Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't keep.
Because yeah, because their family didn't change, their husband, wife didn't change, their friend didn't change, their colleagues didn't change.
Mhm.
Everything same. They sleep in the same bed, same car. What is the point? What is the chance they're gonna change, right?
Mhm.
Even if they had that amazing transformation. So I was like, I'm not gonna let this to my client. Yeah, how I can do this? So retreat after that, 7 weeks of group coaching. So same people from retreat. Yeah, isn't it amazing? So the retreat, we do 7 weeks. Every week we meet. Same energy, same peer group, same thing. So we maintain that for 7 weeks. And
Yes,
then after that, I support in 7 months of individual coaching. So
yes,
everything be complete, right?
that's right.
But the 777 did come from somewhere. I didn't create it.
It comes from above because I've got a course. I've created a course last year and I'm going to put it out this year where it is a 7-week course and it's to do with the chakras. Because if you do it in the 7 days and you do take them out there, they're in, for want of Bali is lovely. La is lovely. And if you are in that community all together living, yes, you can do it. But the moment you leave there and you come back into the grid, the matrix, and everybody else in their families, it's very difficult for them. So you do need that continual support. And what you're
Yes.
doing is correct. You
Thank
did
you.
the yes, because my one is for 7 weeks, and that and I
Yeah,
got
you do.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
That's right.
started to create that, and I'm going to put that out. And like you, sometimes I think, what? But it's a process, and when it's ready, because we're all doing it, we're all over the world. There's billions of us, so it's fine. It's all coming to help humankind. But
That's right.
that's 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. You
One.
need that support because we need that support because we are in the matrix and we've got family and friends and all around us that we're having to continue swim through. So that support you need to get is it's like your own community, your own
Mm-hmm.
tribe, so that they can come back, replenish, recharge, and go back out again.
That's
Then
right.
come back, replenish, recharge, go back out again.
That's
Because
right.
as long as we're in this matrix and as long as it's still like this, our job,
Mm-hmm.
we've got a lot of work to do. And
That's
as
right.
we said, we've got a lot of work to do.
So if I do well, that's a whole year program. If I do well my job, that's my how can I say my mission, right?
Yes,
They become light. So
yes,
I want them become light. So
yes,
they are fine. They can go shine. For other people now, they can shine and they can
that's right.
touch other people, you
That's
know,
right.
not on and off, but
No,
they become light, right? So I
yes,
think that that's my mission to do your work well so they can become light and
yes,
they don't need me anymore and then they go shine. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, so here you go, and from next year I'm gonna do public speaking or keynote speaking, so hopefully I can touch more people as well.
Oh, bless you, Grace. You're doing wonderful work. So just before we sign off, I want to say what is your website? How do people contact you? Um, and when are you having your next retreat? Is it in the pipeline? Please, this is your platform. Let us know.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and then I'd be honored to support anyone.
Mm.
It's for not for everyone,
Yeah,
for
yes,
sure, but
yes,
whoever who are ready for this
yes,
transformation and then who ready to become a light,
yes,
join us, please,
yes.
and I guarantee you we give 200%, you know. So uh, the retreat is in June, 14th of June and 1st of November. So we do twice a year.
Okay.
Um, it's a limited to 20 people only. So this is a place only we have a 46 bedrooms. It's a boutique resort
Yes.
and every single bedrooms are ocean view. So we wake up with the ocean view.
Okay.
So only 20 people. and then remaining the 20 people as a group to do that 1 year journey together. So that's it. My contact detail is on my website. So my name is Grace Najean, Najean. So
Yes.
if you go to www.gracenajean in one word.com, you
Mhm.
can see my retreat page, my 777 program page, and you have you can book a call with me personally. And so I will go through with you. I'm not going to say anything, but I'll just open the door, for people.
Yes.
If
Mhm.
they are ready, they come into that door, right? That's the way. Otherwise, I have my Facebook. I have my LinkedIn.
Mhm.
I'm a little bit less Instagram. Obviously, I'm not very trendy yet, but I have my Facebook and LinkedIn.
We're all going to get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. So, to everybody, as Grace has said, gracenajin.com, www.gracenajin, all one word, Grace, GraceNajean dot
Correct.
com, and she will, if you email her, have a word with her. If you're interested, go to her website, and there's more advertised. So it's everything is there for you if you feel that you can connect. There are so many tools out there. We're so many light workers. I'm trying to bring as many people as possible so that you can see who's there and how you connect, because it is time for mankind to awaken. It is time for us to evolve in this time of the world. So once
Yeah.
again,
Absolutely. If it's not for a retreat or 1 year program, we can have just a good talk. And I
talk.
can just give you some of, a sharing, or there's always possibility to have individual coachings and a few sessions. So anyone who is ready to talk, have a chat, good conversation.
Grace, thank you so much. So you've heard Grace, even individual. Please contact her, stretch out. No, there's nothing wrong in just asking. If you don't ask, you don't know. So for today, Grace, thank you so much. And to all my guests today and all my visitors, bye for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.